Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Frazier with Responsive Mortgage. I am Anton Thomas, team leader here at Silverline Real Estate Group. And we want to bring to you today an update as far as what's happening in the market, what the conversations are that we're having with buyers and sellers, and make sure you're being informed because I know at some point you're going to be making that decision to make a move. So we want to be that resource for you. So, Don, how are you feeling today, man?
Doing great, Antoine. How about yourself?
I love my life. I love my life.
Good,
Well,
good.
we'll hop right into it, man. So there's some questions that you're going to ask me,
Yeah,
and then I'm going to ask you a few questions as well. So
absolutely.
I'll have you start by asking me some questions, man.
All right. So the first question I have is, what are you hearing from your buyers at this time about interest rates?
So it's very similar to if you've ever sat in a hot tub before. When you first sit down, it's a little warm. It's like, oh, okay. But after about 30 seconds, you get used to it. It becomes very comfortable. That's pretty much the conversations that we're having with buyers right now. They're curious. They want to be educated. Hey, what are the rates right now? And how would that rate impact my monthly payment? But I think at this point, everybody's very comfortable with where we are with interest rates.
Okay.
So yeah.
So in leading into that, you spoke about payments. So what are they actually saying about their payment? Are they shocked when they see what the payment is based on their interest rates today versus
Yeah.
stories they might have heard when we were in the twos and the threes?
Yes. And it's cool because that's what we're here for. They'll be looking at properties on our website and they'll look at a house and they'll say, okay, cool. They'll use the mortgage calculator. And then when we sit down with them and we show them the reality, then they're a little shocked sometimes. But the good news is what we're able to do is educate them on what they can get that fits their budget. And after we really provide that clarity, at that point, they feel like, this is going to be good. So, like, for example, somebody could be looking at a property that's a 4-bed, 3-bath, and it's $500,000. And they're like, okay, I think that would fit my budget. Well, we run the numbers and it's like, oh, well, my budget isn't 500,000, it's actually 475. So they're still able to get the house that they want that fits their family, but further for us, we're able to get them into a house and a monthly payment that's going to be sustainable for them long term.
Awesome, awesome. So have you seen any new motivation in the market with buyers and sellers based on the fact that the government is signaling that they might be lowering interest rates soon?
Yeah, and especially right now, like we're currently in July and we're recapping over the past 30 days the conversations. I mean, a lot of people are wanting to get into the market. We're seeing more homes hit the market right now. Inventory is increasing, and we're seeing more transactions actually being made right now. So I think the motivation for the individual varies depending on why they're wanting to move and stuff like that. But there has been an uptick overall in activity in the market for
Good,
sure.
good, good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna ask the man Don some questions,
Hey,
so make sure y'all take notes. And by the way, as we're going through this, we always want to welcome you guys to reach out to us personally. If you have any questions that are individual, like please reach out to us. We'll make sure we get to you with the answers. But
absolutely.
Don, all right, are rates expected to drop anytime soon?
Well, we've been asking that question for the last year and a half, and so hopefully, rates are looking to be the Feds are looking to make a cut here in September,
Okay.
which would be the first time that they've made that cut, and then they're expected to make a few more cuts, maybe in October as well as December. Some of the things that have held up the Feds off from making cuts with the tariffs, inflation, um, labor market based on new jobs being brought in and things like that. So typically, if we see inflation decrease a little bit as well as unemployment rise a little bit,
Mm.
then we can expect those cuts to happen. Market is stating right now September, October, December could possibly be some rate cuts on the line for us.
Awesome. That'll be some good relief. Should a buyer wait for a better rate or lock in now and refinance later?
Well, I always say that if you can afford what you're looking for right now, then it's always better to purchase now.
Yes.
You can always look at refinancing later when rates go, but if rates don't come like they haven't so far, you're still in the home that you want now versus
Mm,
that same home being priced another 10 to 15% higher next year.
that's good. That's good. And how do you explain to a buyer that a higher rate doesn't mean the end of the world?
Well, and in the market, how we speak, we say marry the home and not the rate.
Mhm.
So basically, you love your home, so you buy the home again that you're looking for and that you want, and the rate is just something that you're dating. As
Yep.
soon as the rates come down, you're able to make that position better. The lower the better the rate, the lower the payment that you get. So instantly, I would look at that. I
Mhm.
also look at the price is going to continue to go up. So if you buy that home again now versus waiting until later, you're going to get a lower price. You may pay a little bit more in interest that you can offset by refinancing, but it's just a trade up in that aspect. So if you can qualify now, it's always better to buy now. And then again, the prices are just going to continue to go up. So what you're waiting for is where you can save in the interest later. You're actually paying for it on the front end with the higher price of the home.
Absolutely. So I want to just summarize all this by just saying it's going to depend on your situation. What we have found is a lot of people over the past 3, 4, 5 years that took action and got, they sat down with a professional, they got pre-approved, they got their budget and everything dialed in, and they actually did make that move. They are sitting back and looking at all the equity they've built up in their house that allows them to now become an investor in the market, that helps them to be able to upgrade or downsize, and they're able to cash out a lot of money. But this is going to be dependent on your situation, which is why we're making this video, right?
Right.
So if
Absolutely.
you have any questions, it's going to be customized to you and your goals. If you have any questions about should I move now or should I wait, what are the rates, whatever it may be, reach out to Don Frazier at Responsive Mortgage and myself at Silver Lining, and I'll make sure we have our contact information in the description of this video. So, all right, you guys, take care. We'll see you guys in 30 days.
Have a good one.
Peace.